Did he get you on video coming in?
Where is the front?
You didn't see Schloss? He's getting organized. Okay. We are a little bit behind. Probably a record. It's a record.
We really have to get.
Nun Daladam Beis, brand new Perik, brand new Mishnah, brand new Masechta. Says the Mishnah. Dama Niddah ubesara meis. Now, until now, we were discussing Niddah. She herself is tamei. We discussed how she can't even make her husband tamei. The dam itself has tumah. Ubesara meis and the kazayis of a meis is also metama. We're going to see how much of this dam, what it could do. Could it be metama, maga, masa, v'chulu. Metamim lachim u'metamim yeveshim. So dam Niddah and the basar meis, according to the Tanakama, is metama whether it's liquid form or dry. Aval azoiv, ziva from a man, v'haniyah, phlegm, v'haroik. So these are what we call a mayon. They gather and then they come out. So that's a avatuma. V'asheretz. The tumah sheretz is b'chadasho. V'anavela. Tumas nevela is b'chazayis. And we're going to see there's a huge enough community in a sheretz and a vela in terms of masa. V'ashich v'zera metamim lachim ve'ei metamim yeveshim. So this whole list cannot be dry in order to be metama. If you could soak them and then they could become moist again, then they are metama lach. Even though it's yavesh, now it's lach. How do you perform this soaking? You have to put it in warm or lukewarm water, me'es la'es, for 24 hours. Rabbi Yossi Omer, besara meis yovesh, ve'eni yochel ishoris v'lachzal k'moi shehoyo tar. Rabbi Yossi is mechulik, and he says, when it comes to the flesh of a human being that is so dry that if you soak it in water, it's not going to go back to becoming soft, then it loses the property of dead flesh, and memela it's tar, it's not metame at all.
What's the difference between that and a bone?
Because it's not flesh. Bone is bone. The Torah says bone. And we're going to see in the Gemara soon. Menani mili. So how do you know that a niddah, the dam niddah, is metame? B'mago, b'maso. Mag is touching. Masa is lifting. Lifting, by the way, means even if you don't touch it. Right? What's the difference between touching and lifting? Touching means you actually make physical contact with the source of tumah. Lifting means that you're not making physical contact. Let's say this card is tameh. So if I go like this, I become tameh because I lifted it. But I didn't touch it. I lifted it. I made it move. That's masa. Zog Gemara, how do I know this? V'hadova b'nidasa. V'hadova means the flow from the niddah. B'nidasa, when she is in a niddah, in a time of niddos. Madva kemoisa. Her flow is like her, the niddah. Mahi mitama. Just like the niddah herself is tameh. Afmad. Menachem, you have to pretend that there's a lot of. You have to somehow make that there's a lot of people. It's still filling up a little bit. You have to take just from the front. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay attention to him. He's just a photographer. Your picture is just going to be in Mishpacha magazine. Don't even worry about it. And it's not even a picture. It's a video. It's going to be on tonight's. Zog the Gemara. Don't even worry about it. Don't even pay attention. Just pretend you're learning. I don't even know. I have no idea what that. Yeah. So my mitamo, afmadvim mitamo. So over here you see the source. We take it for granted. If you touch dam niddah, nothing to do with the woman. It's dam niddah sitting somewhere. You touch it, you become tameh, because just like she is tameh, so too the tum itself, the dam itself is mitamo. Ashkechon lach. Yovish min. Okay, so we have the source of moist. Because why? How do I have a source for moist versus dry? Because it says adava. What's dava? Dava means flow. If it flows, then it's moist. It's not dry. So how do I know Yovesh? Omer Yitzchak, Omakro Yeh, B'Haviyoso Yeh, that it should remain in its tumah. So in other words, yes, it started out flowing, emimela, that I have a source for. Once it changed, what's the word? It changed into a different element. It changed from changed forms, very good, changed forms. Went from liquid to solid. But Yiyah tells me that it should remain, even the solid should remain as it was originally, as in its liquid form, that it's tummy. As the Gemara, so that word Yiyah makes a lot of sense if it was once liquid, and the Torah says liquid is tummy, and then it changed forms into dry. So I have a word that tells me Yiyah that should remain tummy. That's if it started liquid, but what if it started out dry? So then the word Yiyah doesn't apply here. It's not, Yiyah means it should be the same. The same as what? It was created in a solid form, and we don't have any source for solid tumah. Yavish mikari min alon. V'su. Also, what is the source? Hadisnan. Hamapelas kimin klipa. We had this. If a woman miscarries something like a peel, like a kimin afar, kimin sara, these are red things. A red hair, kimin yavchushin adumim. Thank you. You see, you got to pick up your game. These guys from the side are already jumping in here, and then you want to do the papers. Whatever. No jokes while making brachas, please. Okay. Nachman Seltzer feels that he's ready to give me the papers. I have to say, yesterday was very, very schwach. Very schwach. There's 10 charts, 10 calendars, and I kept on asking, and all of a sudden he gives me 3 at a time. And it was not good, and that's why we're late. That's why we're actually behind. So I think next time you're going to have to step, but you have to practice. We'll do a little bit before share. If this woman miscarries some sort of a bug-looking thing that's red, but it looks like a bug, so maybe she miscarried a bug, and she should put it into water, and if it becomes soft, tamei, then it is tamei. Min alon. So how do I know all these halachas? Says Gemara, Yiyah ribuyu. Once it says Yiyah, the same word teaches me it's an extra ribuy to tell me that even if it started out dry, and even if it looks like a gnat or something, or it looks like a hair and it's red, I could check out. There's a test. What I do is I put it in water, and if it softens up, then it's tummy. Says the Gemara, we learned before, madva kamoisa. I just made fun of you, but it's okay. You weren't here, so it's good. Now, the view of your ability to pass over the charge during shit. So anyway, we learned madva kamoisa, that the flow, the niddah, the dam niddah is like her herself, right? That's what we learned. The dam has a halacha like her. Like if she's tamei, so is the blood. The blood itself, you touch it, you become tamei. Says the Gemara, "Imahi oisav mishkav u'moishav l'tamei odom u'l'tamei begadim." Unbelievable. You probably remember this. If a woman sits on a couch, a niddah sits on a couch, on a seat, it's so powerful her tumah that the seat becomes like her. She walks away and she leaves behind her a seat that's avat tumah that creates such a tumah that if somebody touches it, he becomes tamei and his begadim become tamei. Perhaps the dam, which we said is just like her, if it's just like her, it should create a mishkav u'moishav. In other words, if the dam has a seat, if the dam, you hear what's going on here? If the dam sits on a couch, so it should make the couch tamei, like if a woman sat on the couch, and the couch should be matama other people and begadim. As the Gemara, Otudama bar mishkav u'moishavu, could dam sit down? Dam is not something that sits. Zok the Gemara, uletamech even menugas bas mishkav u'moishavi. And what about a stone from that has tsaras, from a beis hamenuga? Could that sit down? Now, if I see that the Torah discusses a stone as if it could sit down and it could make tumas mishkav u'moishav, then you're not going to have a question on dam. Dam is an inanimate object, and so is a stone. I know. Okay, fine. Evan Nugas Bashmishkov Moishav. He, right, that's the word.
That's not the issue. It's not an M. It moves. Dam moves actually.
No, come on.
Sits more than blood.
Come, but it's not
Stay.
It's not alive. It's not alive.
So what? I'm saying that's a lot closer to
Well,
sin
Tara,
than the blood.
only
Blood moves.
Only good caches for the video.
That's a very good question. Absolutely a good question. No.
It moves, yes, it flows,
It
but
doesn't have any shaykhs to the whole concept of sitting. It doesn't stay more.
yeah, but fine, but it means it doesn't have a neshama. It doesn't have a life. No, well, no. Let's go back to the question. The question is that does blood sit on a chair? So you tell me it moves, but it doesn't sit on a chair. It's not a person.
So you say Evan also does.
Okay, so let's see from Evan. What happened in Evan? Evan menugas bas mishkov u'moishavi ditzich krol imuday. The sanyo yochol te Evan menugas isa mishkov u'moishav l'tam adu l'tam begodim. You see that a stone, the Gemara did have a havamina that a stone should create tumah when it sits on a couch. It should make the couch tamei like the stone. V'dinu u'mazov she'enim etama b'bio. Now bia over here means something else. Bia means to come into a house. U'mazov she'enim etama b'bio isa mishkav u'moishav l'tam adu l'tam begodim. A zav who's in a house and somebody walks in, he doesn't create the tumah where the person that comes in to visit him becomes tamei, but the zav himself, if he sits on a chair, the chair becomes tumas mishkav u'moishav. Even menugas, the stone from a beis hamenuga, right? There's a whole process. You see it's tzaras in your house. You tell the kohen, he closes off the house for 7 days. If it's still there, he removes the stone. You remove the stone, now the stone has this crazy tumah in it. It's a very chomer de. If somebody walks into the house where that stone is, he becomes tamei. It's even stronger than a zav, because a zav doesn't have that ability to be metama a whole house ba'il, but a stone does. Yet the zav has the ability to be metama his chair. So if a zav could be metama the chair, so certainly a stone. But what's the question? The question is, a stone doesn't sit. A zav is a human being uses a couch. A stone usually doesn't sit down and take a nap. Yet the Gemara had a havamina that's a problem. That it should be mitama mishkav v'moishav. Even negash mitama bia in addition mitama mishkav v'moishav l'tama adam mitama begodim. A stone should also be mitama a couch. Talmud loymar hazav lo even menugas. Ein chanami. I need a special pasuk to tell me that a stone is not mitama b'mishkav v'moishav. So too, maybe dam niddah also. We should have the same thing. That's exactly what the Gemara is saying. That it's not pashut. Time of the mate kro, yeah. Time of the mate kro. Allah v'achim etama. That's the Gemara's finger. Without this miyut of a pasuk, I need a special pasuk to say that a stone is not mitama mishkav, because I wouldn't say by myself that a stone doesn't sit down. Even though a stone doesn't sit, I would still think that perhaps it should be mitama a couch. So but anyways, we still have an answer. From this answer itself, we have an answer to our sugya. There's also a special miyud by a niddah to tell me that only a niddah herself is mitama a couch, but not her dam. Asher yisheves alav he veloy dama. Fine. We're holding on today's daf. We have a half hour, more than enough time. He mitama be'evim misomo. Afmad v'nam mitama be'evim misomo. You have a concept called it's a giant stone that's not movable. The halacha is that if you have, let's say, a tumas nevela on top of the stone, and then you have another, let's say, clothing underneath the stone. The stone is not a masa. The stone is not carrying the nevela to be metama what's underneath it. Yet.
Would it be like the stone in Yaakov, like last week's practice?
Yeah. But Yaakov is different. For him, it's nothing. For Shimshon HaGiber, it's nothing. But for a regular human being, it's very heavy. It doesn't move. So it says, but this niddah, he metama be'evim misamo. She has the ability that if she sits on this large stone, says Rashi, according to Rashi, different pshatim here, if she sits on this large stone, then what's underneath is tamei. Afmad v'nami metama be'evim misamo. So perhaps her dam, you hear? Her dam should also be metama. If the dam is on top of the stone, the dam should be metama what's underneath. Okay, so I have a miyut that says no, that the dam is different than her. Ubesar ameis.
Money.
Everybody gets biscuit badges.
Oh, tell Yeshua we need his keys. Did he leave? Oh, okay. We'll go off. Ubesar ameis minolon. How do you know? Don't put money in there. I don't think it works.
Noise all the time then.
Is Yeshua here or he left?
Only for a minute.
It's very hot out here. It's hot today. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. You never know. These things are nudniks because they want your money. So just go on and on and on.
For a minute and 20.
Why do you take out the keys? Because you had to... Okay, great. Ubasar Ameis, maybe somebody text him and tell him to come back. He's probably at the Beis Medrash because they're starting to work there today. Ubasar Ameis, Minolon. No, they started 2 days ago, but there's whatever. Ubasar Ameis, Minolon. Omer Shlokish Omakro, L'chol Tumasoi. L'chol Tumas HaParshois Mimenu. Hillel, could you text Yeshua, tell him to come, please?
Just put 2 shekels in it, stop eating.
Ubasara amazement. Okay, try it. Yeah, it's just gonna go. I know from what do you call it? From Masses. Not I think and it always comes out in the middle of Shkoyach. The new Incredible just came out, so if anybody wants to be mishtatif in the thing. Ubasara amazement. All an Omer Shlokish Omakro L'chol Tumasoi. L'chol Tumas HaParshois. How do you know that the basar of a mace, even if it's dry, it's tamei. Omar shlokish omakro l'chol tumas haparshus. Anything that comes out, anything that separates from his body. Rabbi Yochanan Omar, oy be'etzem adam. This is Yaakov. This is what you mentioned before. Oy be'etzem adam oy be'kaver. It says bone. Adam doing that's in some sort of hegesh between a human and that was going off because he took the key out, so it's beeping like crazy. But now it's going to go back on, so kitzer. Yeah, maybe leave the key in there. Adam doing that. So we have two limudim. Rosh Lakish learns it from one pasuk. Rabbi Yochanan learns it from another pasuk. He learns it from a bone. He learns it from two masuk. Says the Gemara, "My binayu." What's the difference? At the end of the day, the dry meat is metame. If it crumbles, lashon like mitporer in Hebrew, if it crumbles, then according to Rabbi Yochanan, it's no longer like a bone. Bone says that it's dry, even dry, but it has to be a whole dry piece. If it's a crumbled dry piece, not even bone. Well, yeah. Meisvei besara meisru frachtar. It says mefurish, not like Rish Lakish, that if the meat crumbled, it's tar, and according to what we just said, Rish Lakish would hold that it's tamei, and Rabbi Yochanan is going to hold that it's tar because it's not like a bone. Says the Gemara, there's two levels. Hasam the akmach v'havi afra. It became like flour. It became like dust, like dirt, and memela, that level, even Rish Lakish's maida is tar. You cannot tell that it's human flesh anymore. It's tar. Meisvei. Well, that's different. Yes. Corpse dust, there is a shear, but that's tarkov. That's a much larger shear. Meisvei kol shebemeis mitame chutz min hashinayim. Now, if we stop right here, we have a problem. What is a tooth? A tooth is like a bone. It is a bone, right? V'haseyar v'atziporin. If you have teeth that came off a corpse. Here, nails. Ubishas, everything is tamei. Ubishas chiburon hakol tamei. So if it's connected to the mace, then it's tamei. Kol shebi mace, but it says mefurish that shinayim, which is like a bone, and seir tziporin is not tamei. Now the problem is, Rabbi Yochanan says like a bone. Anything that's like a bone should be tamei. So why are teeth not tamei? Is a tooth of a dead person tamei? If it's separated from the dead person, if it's connected to the dead person, it says over here it's not tamei. It says mefurish in the brisa that teeth and here, let's say a sheitel, is not tamei. Nails are not tamei. But Rabbi Yochanan says what?
Like your garment, it's not really part of your
No, but it came off a dead person, let's say. Is it Tameh? It says here coming off a dead person. It's not Tameh. Excuse me. Sakoponim, why is it? Rabbi Yochanan says that if it's like a bone, it is Tameh. Rashi says that the question is also on Rish Lakish as well. Wait a minute. It's not. It has to be exactly like a bone. It has to have all the properties of a bone. First of all, it has to be created with him. Which comes to exclude what? Teeth. So teeth were not created with man. Maybe they're inside somewhere, but you don't see them. So Mamela, not as is, and therefore they are tar. What I do with here was created with a person, right? Most babies have a little hair, and they have little nails. He's just explaining a new, not Ella, but adding to it. Here's the new concept. It cannot regenerate. Anything that regenerates, like a nail, keeps on growing and growing, the hair keeps on growing and growing. So mele teeth, number one, they don't regenerate, but they weren't created with him. So mele they are tar. Here, yatsu shinayim shel nivrimoy, yatsu sevet ziparim, shafapi shenivrimoy, gizoy, machlev. Because it regenerates, mimela, it's not tamei. Now, the Gemara is going to go on two directions here. Direction number one is that skin regenerates. Direction number two is that skin does not regenerate. You go figure it out yourself. Chaim is going to do the Google research for us right now. Does skin regenerate? So the little that I did is, if you have a little wound, it'll close the wound. But let's say if I take 5 inches off your skin, chas v'shalom, it won't regenerate. A burn victim will not, you need a skin graft for that. What's the whole kinds of skin graft? It won't regenerate. So maybe that's what's going on there. Yes or no? You can go both ways. Maybe it depends on what size it is.
The cells always regenerate. Every 7 years or something, all your skin.
Every 27 days, all your skin replaces itself. Very good. But
7 days.
yeah, it constantly is regenerating. You don't see it. You know what dust is on this? Dust is your dead skin. Skin is constantly regenerating. Our cells regenerate all the time. So what? The question is, if you have a large wound, does it heal? Does it regenerate that wound?
No.
Just like if you have a bone gets cut off and does it regenerate? No. Okay, so fine. Certain things regenerate, certain things don't. I mean, the liver, right? That you could take off a piece and it'll regenerate, but they heal. A break. That's something else. They don't regenerate. If I come into your bone and I take off a piece, it's not going to grow back tomorrow. That's the nace.
That's a tail.
Fine.
Not a bone. Tail.
Zog the Gemara. Vareyar. So we're going with this mahalach. The gizoy machlef. Skin regenerates, like you said. What do you say?
If the skin's burned all the way through, it won't regenerate. There's still one layer left.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what the Gemara means. Whatever. You can go in different directions here. You're saying that if it goes through and through, even a millimeter, it won't regenerate that millimeter?
Yeah.
Even that millimeter, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you're saying that it doesn't matter the width, it matters the depth. That's what you're saying. Okay, fine. I'll mikabel that also. I don't know if that is it, but fine. Yisachar, you're asking to that? That it won't regenerate if it goes all the way down. Fine. They always say, what's the largest, what's the word? Not aver. What's the organ on a human body is the skin, yeah.
It's really the intestine. It's like 50 miles long.
Not long, but how much does it? How much volume is there? How much does it weigh?
I don't know how much it weighs.
Yeah, but what's the largest organ? If you take the intestines, it might weigh 2 pounds versus the skin, which weighs 5.
Heaviest? The largest.
I don't know.
The intestine is the largest. It's like
Yotzu, what replaces the most volume? Most volume. Yotzu farior the gizim machlif usnan hagludo. If you have an animal that its skin was cut off, Rabbi Meir machshir. Why does Rabbi Meir say it's kosher in this case? Because it's going to regenerate. V'chacham and poislim, and Chacham says this animal is puzzle. Why? Not because they say it's not going to regenerate. Until it has the ability to regenerate, it's going to get an infection and die. So now we're still in the Svara saying that skin can regenerate. Utaninon elus shori same kivsaron. Adam. Wait a minute. If skin can regenerate, we're saying. And it says that skin is like flesh of a human being. It's matama. So what do? Or is like basar. And we just said that anything that regenerates, right? Hair and nails, that regenerate are tahar. Tahar. Shaitel is tar, fingernails are tar. So memela, skin of a human being should be tar. Yet we're saying that it's tamei. Ha'it ma'alo. In fact, it's not tamei, it's tar. Omarulo dvar toira adam tar. Yes, you're right. It fits right in. Skin is tahar. Why? Because it regenerates. You said it's tamei. Umatam amru tamei. Gzeir shem yasa adam oiris avivima Hashem yirachim shtichim lechamor. A person might take his own parents' skin after they die and use them as a saddle for his donkey. By the way, this gives me tremendous simcha. I have to say this. Is the first time one of the only times I ever beat the human computer named you might be listening in the background. Is he down this? I said that last time we learned this, it didn't say chamar. It said shtichim. And things like that, sometimes I do remember. Like, it was so weird to me. Like, somebody's going to make his parents, and I visualized it. He made a carpet in his living room out of his father's skin. And he says, no, it says chamar. He opened it up and didn't say chamar over there. Good, whatever.
600 to 1.
He's supposed to erase it.
That's the score.
But Rashi brings it here as a chamor. And he says, mardas l'chamor. He doesn't erase it.
Very interesting.
He says it's a saddle for a donkey. So Rashi completely
Now
doesn't...
that the chamor, Matami, now you're not going to do it. Otherwise, for sure, everybody would be running around and doing it.
Right. Tosis points out that at the end of the day, it's Asubahano, and why do you need
that for?
Yeah.
Which person
I'll tell you. I'll explain to you. I've been in people's houses that they say, "Be careful over there." That's dad
Us.
in the urn. The goyim that
Father.
they what do you call it? They cremate the body.
Step on their father. They don't put it on their.
No, but it's a covet. It's a covet. It's a
Sit on
covet.
the donkey on your father as a covet. Come on.
I hate grandma.
Okay, time out. Well, let me just explain. I'll explain your question. What it really means is that people should not take human skin like those people in the 40s. I don't want to mention their names there. They took the PIGs from Germany. They took everything, the skin, the teeth, whatever they did, the soap. It's using Ovi V'imoy as like the extreme. You're gonna be a businessman. You're gonna take your stam, the avadim and shvachas. You're gonna use their skin, and you're not allowed to do that either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, anyways.
Outsource it to India. It doesn't make any sense.
There are companies that would say.
No, haven't.
So it's in the game, which parts of the body are kind of true?
Yeah, it's a good point because Rabbi Schoenberg is a big lahalacha. Are you allowed to have a cornea surgery? You're using a dead human cornea. V'chulu. There's a big sugya. But unfortunately, we weren't masking the whole daf yesterday, so we have to go weiter. So anyways, bottom line is, skin of a human being, according to this, is 100% tar. It's a gzeira de rabbanan to make it tummy because it's going to be a mishugana that Nachman Seltzer can't believe that such a guy is going to take his father's skin, put it on the floor. Some people think that's a covet. Look, I have dad, he's with me, I want to remember him, I'm going to step on him, I'm going to use him on my donkey. He's not, donkey's not it's a vehicle, it's a Mercedes. It's not a stammer donkey. I'm going to put on my most choshev donkey. You don't like it, okay. Now we have to do the reverse. Now, human skin does not regenerate. And it says over there by an animal that you chopped off a piece of its skin. Chacham say that animal's puzzle. Now I can understand why Chacham say it's puzzle. Why is this animal puzzle? Because it cannot regenerate. And why does Remeir say it's kosher? You have a situation where it's not going to regenerate, but the flesh becomes so tough. Sometimes you see that even in an animal, like a certain area of the animal, let's say, rubs off. goes all the way down deep to the bone, let's say, but it becomes really tough. The animal, it doesn't have skin, but it has some other something going on over there. You're looking at me, what? It doesn't, yeah? No? What does the medic say? No, he's bones only. Dr. Epstein. In an animal, I once had a donkey when I learned the Tifrach. I caught a donkey there, right out of the... Anyways, no, so like the Arabs try to tie its legs with some metal thing. They tied two of its legs together and it kept on trying to run and it cut into... But eventually, like, it grew like some sort of... I don't know if it was skin. It looked more like, something got hard over there.
Callus. It grew a callus.
Great, callus. Yeah, okay, call it callus. So it's going to live because, not that the skin regenerated, but it was able to create something else instead. But at the end of the day, skin does not regenerate. Now, so, since it doesn't regenerate, now we have a different problem. If it doesn't regenerate, then skin should be tamei like anything else in the body. We said if it doesn't regenerate, only hair and nails that regenerate are not tamei. But skin that doesn't regenerate is no different than a bone or anything else. So why does Ula say that human skin is tar, human skin should be tamei? Says the Gemara, now we have to switch it. According to this, we have to switch it up. Kitmar Ula seifa itmar. The chulon she'ibdon. Everything, if you processed it, when it comes to skin, you tanned it. Rashi says, what's kedei avoida? He says it's a mill. In other places, it's brought down that it's 4 mil. That's where we get like the 72 minutes here or 96 minutes. That's Rabbi Schoenberg. If you want to have more detail, Akopanim. If somebody walks on a piece of skin for 72 minutes straight, then he removes the skin. It's no longer human flesh. It's something else. It's skin. It's leather. Your shoe that's made out of leather. Do you view it as a dead animal skin? No. It's a processed something that's on my foot. It has nothing to do with an animal anymore. So when you step on it, you remove the human property from it. You get all the oils out of it. You change its complexion. Anyways. Composition, thank you. You know what? You're doing great here. That's the word. Composition. You would think that it comes from the author. No, it comes from Yaakov.
Same time. That is talented. To be able to do that.
It's dangerous to sit next to me.
4 minutes.
7:49.
So therefore, comes Zula, not that human skin is tar, human processed skin is tar. And why do they say that the skin is tamei? This processed skin, if skin can regenerate, then it's like hair and a nail and it's tar. But if it cannot regenerate, then it's like anything else in the body and it's tamei, depending on how you learn it. What about meat? Flesh. The body can regenerate flesh and it's tamei, and you said that if anything that regenerates shouldn't be any different than hair and nails, so flesh should be tar. It doesn't regenerate completely. It leaves an indentation, it leaves a scar, and memela, Rashi also says indentation, but that's why it's not considered a Hair regenerates 100%. A nail regenerates 100%. Flesh doesn't regenerate 100%. Therefore, it's mitame. It has a halacha of something that does not regenerate. But ziva is mitama, belach, ubiyavesh. What's going on here? Zoiv minalan. How do I know that if I touch the ziva itself, the liquid, not the zov, the ziva, how do I know that has the ability to be mitama other things? Mimago. The sanyo zoivoi tomei. It says in the pasuk zoivoi tomei. Here's the pasuk. Zoivoi tomei. Now look at this. Check this out. Because it says ish kiyeh zov, and then it says zoivoi. So the word zoivoi is extra. Zav mibsoroi tamei. Finish. Why do I need zoivoi? So zoivoi is a extra word. So what I learned? Zoivoi tamei limida zoiv shu tamei. This teaches me that the actual zav, ziva, is tamei. Valoi dinu. I have a gavachomer. La'acherim goyrim tuma. We had this sugya, and over there we learned on the Daf Lamed Hey. La'acherim goyrim tuma. If the ziva itself, if the liquid itself creates tuma, that what? It's metame b'masa. The clothing on a zav become tamei. La'atzmei lekolchkein. Shouldn't the liquid itself, that has the ability to make a human being tamei, not only the human being tamei, but the begadim on the human being tamei. So if you touch the ziva itself, you should be tamei also. No? How did my begadim become tamei? Through that liquid called ziva, whatever that liquid is. So if I touch the ziva directly, I should also be tamei. Says the Gemara, remember this. What about that goat that we throw off the cliff on Yom Kippur? The goat itself is not tamei. There's no inherent tum in the goat. But you, because you have an association with the goat and you brought it to the cliff, you become tamei. So perhaps your association with your ziva created a tumah, but it's not the ziva itself. It's not the liquid that created the tumah. It's the fact that you had a ziva. So that I have this pasuk, zoiv tamei. Maybe that's all touching, but lifting. We explained before. If this is ziva and I go like this, so maybe I shouldn't become tamei. I didn't touch it. I touched the cup that touched this. This is called masa. I just lifted it. That is a special chiddush. That has nothing to do with masa by me touching this itself. Zok the Gemara. I lifted my cards and I don't know where I am. Now sheretz is very interesting. Sheretz, if I touch, I become tamei. If I lift the sheretz, if this black thing is a sheretz and I go like this, I am completely tar. Now I lost my place again. Says the Gemara, I don't need a pasuk for touching. Why? I'm not completely sure what this means. Why is ziva not worse than shichva zera? Some want to say that it is a little bit of a shichva zera, although we learned that it's not. It doesn't have the properties of shichva zera. It looks different. It is different. Some say, somebody told me yesterday, he heard me asking this question, he screamed out from the other side of his medrash that, I forgot his last name, Eliyahu, whatever his name, he said, well, there's a hekesh between shichva zera and ziva. Okay, fine, whatever the pshat is. The article seems to say that shichva zera, ziva is somewhat shichva zera. Fine. Corrupt, but that's not how we learned up until now, but great. Kizr kura lemasa. So memela, since I don't need a pasuk for mago, because that I learned now, shichva zera, memela I have extra pasuk for lifting up. Veima b'masa mitama odom ubegodoim b'mago odom mitame begodim lo litame mida have amagan nevela. Perhaps we should make it similar to an avela. That b'maso yimatama even clothing, but b'mago you're not mitama clothing. Lo yisokadaitach. The sanya acherim oimrim hazov ezoyvoy lazoch v'lenekeva. Does anybody remember this pasuk? I hope you remember this. You remember this chart? Anybody? No. The three limudim hazov es zoyvoy, and the other because he was darshaning esem Shabbat Torah. So, anyways. It says, I just brought it for that, to see if anybody remembered. We're makish the ziva that comes out of him, to him the zov himself. So just like the human being himself, there's no difference. By mago also is metama begodim, so too what comes out of him is metama begodim. Great. So we have Vahashto the nafkalon mahazov zoivoy zoivei tomei. Why do I need this pasuk? This pasuk becomes extra. I just learned it out of this pasuk right here. Zovi Tamei Lameli, Omer Rav Yehuda Midiskarto, Itzrich Soket Eidach Aminas Soya Mishdalech Yichiach. Maybe I could prove from Soya Mishdalech, Shegorim Tumalach Cherim V'atzmi Tar. Vi Mishum Hazav Zoivoi, well, the goat himself is not Tamei. Just the person that does the throwing off the cliff, he becomes Tamei. Vi Mishum Hazav Zoivoi, Liminyanu Dasa. Remember, we learned this whole pasuk to tell me how many times a Zav needs to see a Riyah in order to become Tamei. That what? Zoiv Chad. Zoivoi Tarte. So Rashi sticks in a beautiful thing here to remind us that if you have two Zivos, then those two Zivos cannot be Ba'oinus. When it comes to a male, it cannot be something that was created through him external, right? We had this whole external sugya. Jumping does not create tumah. But on the third time, Ubashlishi, Akshi Rachmana L'Nekeva, that the third time could be from external oinus. Because Rachmana Zoivai Tamei, sorry, Akshi Rachmana L'Nekeva, because Rachmana Zoivai Tamei, that the ziva by itself, the actual ziva, the liquid, is Tamei. Vasar Rachmana Zoivai Tamei. But once the Torah says Zoivai Tamei, Drosh B'nami Hai, so I have this drasha that it itself is Tamei, but also there's no nafkamina between Maga and Masa, that Maga is also Mitama Begodim. Varoik, it says that spit. And we said, remember, there's a concept of Mayon. When it comes to Zov, Mayon, it gathers in his body like Meraglaim and spit, and then they come out. Roik Minol, Nesanyo, B'chi Yoroik. Yochalav Bishalei Noga. This is an amazing thing. I didn't really go into this. I wanted to learn it a little better. I would have a havamina that if I spit next to somebody that is tar, next to him, like I was in England actually. I was going up an escalator, and a guy was coming down an escalator right next to me, spit right at me, because I was Jewish. I had a yarmulke, poof. You're looking at me like it never happened to you. It happens. I know in America it happens. It happened to me in England. Anyways, so I would think that even though the spit didn't touch him, he should become tummy. Why would I have such a havamina? The Gemara says in a second. Batar, in the tar, you have to be touching. It has to be touching the tar in order to make him tummy. Boogers and phlegm and all the stuff that has to do with the mouth, the nose and the mouth. If it's green. No, I'm kidding. Yorek over here means.
I got it.
You got it? There's a little delay there. A little delay. V'chiyorek if he spits. No, in this case it's spit. Omar yochalav apish shalei noga. Where would I come on with such a hava amina that if I spit at somebody in his direction, that he becomes tummy? Where do you see this in the Torah? I do see it in the Yavama. A Yavama doesn't have to spit at. She has to spit in the direction of the Yavam. How do I know that the spit, if I lift it up, I'm Tomei? It should be like a sheretz. That what? Sheretz, if you lift up a sheretz, you're not Tomei, only if you touch it physically. Omer Shlokish, Bator. If it's in your hand, even though you're not physically touching it, it's on top over here, but still in your hand, then you are tamei. Let's make a distinction between masa and maga. Let's say that's similar to nevela. And by nevela, it's interesting that you could lift up a nevela and it's metama begodim, but if you touch the nevela, it's not metama the person's clothing, only himself. I'm saying batar over here. Over here I'm being mitayr. In other words, something else elsewhere that was tameh. Now, it could go two ways. It could go tumah that I did by nevela, or a tumah that I did somewhere else by sheretz. Why did you pick a nevela? Maybe it's like the lifting of a sheretz, because sheretz is different than nevela. Sheretz, if I lift it up and I'm not touching it, I just lift it up in a bag, I'm tar. There's two drashas here, says the Gemara. It just say, first of all, the whole word tar is different. It should say adam. And the second drush is that the base is extra. So shma minot tarte. First of all, I see that the spit is a ziva, and also the begadim are different than that are the begadim that are on top of the person that touched is by nevela is tar, and over here it is tamei. I guess we have to stop here, unfortunately. Have a great day. We're catching up. We're catching up slowly.